Estates Police Lieutenant Mark Mueller decided to open a restaurant. He really couldn't help himself when it came to the name. It's I Smell Bacon BBQ Pub.
Yeah, that's a play on a not so nice name some people have for police. It's where we find our Jackie Kostek this morning. Good morning, Jackie. I can't wait to hear how he came up with this name.
Dana and Audrina, well, we will definitely get to that story, but first I just have to show you this this platter that just came out. Mark Mueller here with me now. Mark, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, what are we looking at? What do we have the camera on right now?
This is our pulled pork platter with our homemade baked beans.
Wow.
And some cornbread and some pickled onions and pickles.
That looks absolutely delicious. And I think as soon as you walk in, you do smell bacon. You smell that great smoked meat in here. And that's part of the play on words. How'd you come up with the name I Smell Bacon BBQ?
Well, I'm a retired police officer.
Yeah.
Lucky enough, I worked 28 years here in Hoffman Estates, retired as a lieutenant, almost going on 5 years ago.
Yes.
And, you know, when I grew up and you saw the police, you say, I smell bacon.
Yeah.
So kind of been like a little play on words for some fun, but also pulls into, you know, some of the meat and stuff like that we cook here. I
was going to say, you've also been grilling meat, smoking meat for a really long time. How did you get into it? And we have to show the picture up on the wall because that's actually a picture of your dad who taught you how to grill, right?
It is, yeah. So that's my dad. I'm the baby of 6. My dad was a carpenter. We always joke around the picture because he's got his cut-off jean shorts in the backyard, the old Weber kettle.
Very 90s looking.
Starting to try to probably smoke some chicken thighs or whatever the normal stuff is. But so I started kind of with that, and then you know, as I always liked cooking, it was grilling in the backyard, but then I had this old junky electric smoker in the back that I think we won at a raffle, and my wife finally was like, all right, why don't you get a good smoker?
Yes.
And then I was lucky enough to hook up with Kevin Coleman, who is one of the original grill masters for Weber. We became friends, and that kind of started this journey about 12 years ago. Started doing friends and family, and always dreamed of being an entrepreneur and doing my own thing. So here we are.
I was going to say, you could have just continued to do it like that as sort of a hobby and doing it for family and friends, but you took this on, this building up this restaurant. I mean, why, after so many years working for the police department, did you have it in you? Did you want to start a business? You
know what? I've always liked the the family part of, being part of any kind of a group or a structure. Like I run our youth football league, American Youth Football out here in Chicago. I've been involved 35 years in our Hoffman program. So our families and stuff like that, it is. I always say barbecue's about telling stories and, yes, I had a lot of doubters. Like I have on the wall the How You Like Me Now thing. I'm a
How
Toby
You
Keith
Like Me
fan.
Now, yes.
I had many friends at the beginning tell me how I was going to fail. This isn't going to work. What do you know about a restaurant? And honestly, nothing.
Nothing.
Everything here, from the menu to the ordering to the design to hiring, staffing, we kind of did it ourselves. So.
Yeah, you did. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You just opened up Labor Day weekend of last year, so haven't been open too long, but he said he has like a line down the street most days, so especially St. Patrick's weekend. How many pounds of corned beef did you do?
324 in 3 days.
324. That says the business is doing just fine. Mark, thank you so much for your time this morning. We're going to show off the meat that is in the smoker right now. They've got some ribs going, some pork shoulder going. So it sounds really good. It smells delicious. Dana, Audrina, they're out here in Hoffman Estates. I Smell Bacon BBQ, and I smell a lot of good things cooking up. Yes, look at the reveal.
Fresh ribs, some shoulder.
Oh, it's coming around. It's coming around. Look at that.
If you like your barbecue, that's delicious.
Some rib tips up top, some regular ribs underneath it. Got some shoulders.
Oh.
Ribs will be for lunch. Shoulders are more for dinner. Everything else is in the warming cabinet ready for lunch.
Look at that shoulder. Look at that piece of meat.
One for each meal.
Okay, we're going to get in on that as we go throughout the morning. Ladies, back to you.
All right, thanks, y'all. I'll see you a little bit later.
We can't give it away all at once.
Well, in this morning's Jumpstart, when retired Hoffman Estates Police Lieutenant Mark Mueller decided, I want to open a restaurant. He couldn't help himself when it came to the name, which is I Smell Bacon BBQ Pub. And that's where we find our Jackie Kostek this morning. Hey, Jackie.
Audrina, good morning to you. Well, it really does smell so good as soon as you come into I Smell Bacon BBQ in Hoffman Estates. This place has been open since Labor Day weekend of last year. I'm here with Mark Mueller, who started it all. Mark, good morning once again.
Good morning.
Okay, whip open those doors. Show us what you're smoking right now, because this is part of the reason it smells so good right now.
Yeah, so we have a Southern Pride smoker built out of Tennessee.
Whew.
And
Southern Pride, you know it's good when it comes from the
that's pretty
South.
much a commercial smoker we've got. So we have some stuff that we have running overnight that's ready for lunch. So we're just getting some more stuff for dinner. We got some briskets going on.
Wow.
We got some rib tips, some ribs, some shoulders.
Oh my gosh.
And, Tuesdays are at every restaurant aren't the busiest, but this is just that'll carry us through some fresh stuff for dinner.
Does this bring you joy when you open this thing up and you just see how your meat's doing?
It does. It's these barbecues about stories and having fun, and every time you open it up, it smells good. You're like, hey,
yeah, exactly.
We're making barbecue.
I know I'm doing something good with my life when I open that up and just get a whiff of good smelling meat. We're going to head back to the kitchen. You're going to show us how to whip up one of your fan favorite dishes, and this is the slow roasted chicken egg rolls, and simple ingredients, right, Mark?
Super simple. So I got Rigo, who's my head guy back here.
Hey, Rigo, yes.
There we go. So we do a few different options with this, but this literally is something everybody could do at home. So Rigo's rolling it right now. Really 4 ingredients right there. You got whatever meat you want.
Yep.
So out there, you got some pulled pork. So it's cheese, cream cheese, and then whatever vegetables you want.
Okay, gotcha. And I know I said slow roasted chicken. Is that also put in the smoker, or where do you cook that? Okay.
Yeah, we do our chicken with that. We do whole chickens that we spatchcock, means take out the middle bones, and then smoke them, and then kind of put them all together.
Gotcha.
And then, so that's fresh all the time. But for St. Patrick's weekend, we did corned beef egg rolls.
My gosh.
Again, you can put whatever you want in it, but this, what I always like to do is, guys come in and tell us, hey, I make this at home, I make that at home. Anyone can do this.
Yes.
You can buy wonton wrappers at any store.
Yeah.
Simple ingredients, mix it together. Everyone's got a little fry daddy or someone at home. So just have fun and try it. It's not going to be terrible anyway.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you can't go wrong with all of those those ingredients. I know that you were smoking meat well before you opened I Smell Bacon BBQ. Was this something that you were whipping up then too, or has this evolved with the restaurant?
You know what? I always in the backyard. Always your neighbors or friends are like, "Hey, we're going to a party now. What can you make?
Yeah.
What's something new that you can make?"
Yes.
And that's a prime example. Even we have something for coleslaw. Everyone likes fresh coleslaw, right?
Yes.
3 ingredients. You got mayonnaise, apple cider vinegar, some apple juice, a little salt and pepper.
Yes.
Shredded carrots.
You can make it at home.
Yeah, we make it fresh every day. Some people just buy it bagged, and then that's the mix. Mix it together.
So good.
But just fresh, crisp, nice and chilled. We do a spicy salad. We throw a little serranos in it if people want it a little bit hotter, but just anybody can do this.
Last question really quick. I'm a big sauce gal. My dad's a big sauce guy, so I feel like I got that from him. You have a pretty special ranch that goes with the egg rolls, right?
Yeah, we have a Serrano ranch. We also have a cilantro ranch with some cilantro, and then we have a hotter one.
Ooh.
That's like a spicy type thing.
All right, Mark, thank you so much for your time. Chef Rigo, thank you for whipping these up. These look absolutely delicious. Audrina, this is I Smell Bacon BBQ, owned by Mark Mueller here, former lieutenant with the Hoffman Estates Police Department for many years. But great barbecue joint here in Hoffman Estates. Back to you.
Oh, doing the good work of giving us barbecue. Jackie, make sure to thank him for his service. Today's Jumpstart, we're at a new barbecue spot owned by a retired Hoffman Estates police lieutenant.
I Smell Bacon BBQ Pub opened in October, and Jackie Kostek joins us live from Hoffman Estates with a look at the restaurant and, of course, how the name came to be. Good morning, Jackie.
Dana and Audrina, good morning to you. We've got a little bit of a Beyonce win now coming in. Mark Mueller just turned on a fan over there, so I'm feeling it in my hair. Mark, good morning to you once again.
Good morning.
Okay, so let's tell the story one more time about I Smell Bacon BBQ. How'd you come up with that name?
Well, being a retired police officer, when, growing up, when the police would come by, it's kind of a fun thing to be like, hey, I smell bacon. But kind of a fun play on words and some of the stuff that we serve here.
So you can laugh about that.
Of course, you gotta laugh about it.
Yeah, you gotta laugh about it. Let's get into the making of the coleslaw. This is something that is served with just about everything here. So you've got some ingredients out. What do you have? How do you whip it up?
Super simple as it is. This is just fresh shredded cabbage and carrots.
Yep.
So you start with this as the base. Now, some people put in red cabbage as well. Up to you. Color is this.
Yep.
This, in this mixture that ends up as this, it's literally, it's mayonnaise, it's Just very, very simple red wine or apple cider vinegar
Yes.
and some apple juice.
Okay.
Again, to taste.
Super
whatever
simple.
you like it.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
what we do is we'll mix this in as regular.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And then, if we want it spicy, we have some fresh chopped serrano peppers.
Ooh.
Peppers are a little bit different. Serrano gives some nice heat. Habaneros we use a lot. It's more of a back end heat.
Yes.
Jalapenos are kind of, up or down whether they're hot.
Okay,
So that's
gotcha.
it. Mix that in.
I love
Very
it.
simple.
Yep.
Fresh. Everybody can do this at home. There's no and inexpensive. There's no need to spend a lot of money. This is a cold, fresh coleslaw.
Oh.
Super simple.
Looks delicious. Speaking of things that you can make from home, you started smoking meat and making grilling meat at home before you started this restaurant, well before you started this restaurant. What did you learn in that process, sort of cooking for friends and family, that you've taken into your restaurant?
You know what? So much. And a lot of trial and error, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's why there are so many little barbecue places around Chicago and around that area, guys like me that are like serving their own areas. There was no real barbecue around here, so it kind of fell into play. But a lot of the stuff we tried, a lot of stuff we have here is stuff that we like to eat, and we named it a certain way or made our own ingredients as we go, and we're still kind of adapting. So.
I mean, you got to look at this sandwich. This is the deconstructed version of this sandwich. That's called the General. It's named after a longtime friend of Mark's. What is on that sandwich?
We have some spicy sausage. Again, use whatever you want. Pulled pork, coleslaw, fried potato salad, and then we have our Toronto bread, of course, fresh Toronto bread, and then some barbecue sauce.
Okay.
But mix it if you don't like pork, use chicken. You want to put brisket on it, put brisket. That's the fun thing. This is all leftover stuff you can have at your house. You have it at your house, make a fun sandwich for your friends.
Catering has become a really big part of your business, so much so that you're actually considering investing in a truck that you can start taking bigger orders out to people. How special is that to be able to serve people for their parties and all things like that?
You know what? It does. It means a lot. So, being a lot of firsts, even Thanksgiving, we're at home with our families thinking about how many families are eating our food at night, and that's kind of special. So yes, we're trying to get a van. We're trying to do what we can do because you got graduation, weddings, all that stuff coming up, and we're getting ready.
I love that the holidays people too can then just enjoy the holiday with their family. They don't have to spend the entire day in the kitchen whipping up something. They can just get some catering, enjoy the meal, and that's that.
Absolutely. We had one of our customers came to thank us and said this is the first time in 15 years I was able to enjoy the holidays with my family. So that
gotta make you feel so good.
It was great.
I love it. So people can come out here to Hoffman Estates, enjoy the I Smell Bacon BBQ. You guys also have a lot of events that are happening. You can see the Thursday nights, the trivia that people play. You're also having a comedy show right here in the restaurant soon, right?
We are. So the first Friday of April and of May, it'll be by reservations, but it's called the Pub and Grub Comedy Tour.
Pub and Grub Comedy Tour.
Thought it'd be something fun to do. We'll close down the restaurant after 6. Private seating, but some food, some drinks. We seat about 60, but you saw Roberta's drink. We have full bar.
Yes.
We got slots in the corner, so a little bit of stuff for everybody to do.
I love it. Mark, last question for you. What do you end up eating the most of from your own restaurant?
You know what? The funny thing is, most of the days we don't eat because we're running around. But even the little stuff, I love our wings. They're smoked and then like fried quick. But our brisket and ribs, everything's just so fresh. It's usually that's what we do. We're like picking and stuff as we go.
Yes. Okay. Mark, thank you so much for your time this morning, and congratulations on building up this restaurant. It opened Labor Day weekend, so it hasn't been here too long in Hoffman Estates, but you got to come check it out. They've got everything you could ever want, and the I Smell Bacon name really goes in both ways. Obviously, the story that Mark told, but when you come here, the first thing you think is that it smells so good when you walk in the door. Ladies, back to you.
Awesome. He's got the slots, the slack of ribs, got all the things. Jackie, thank you.
All of it.
All of it.